Before transfer orders can be created, the following elements must be set up for the transfers being made between the warehouses. You must create a transit warehouse, attach the transit warehouse to the from warehouse, and use it in the transfer order chain. Now, let's take a look at the setup components of a transfer order. First, I'll create a transit warehouse. This is a virtual warehouse that prevents goods in it to be used in any way. Then we'll attach the transit warehouse to an actual warehouse where the goods will be shipped, and then I'll create some transport times. Let's start in the Inventory Management module. Underneath Setup, Inventory Breakdown, and then Warehouses. Here you can see the full list of warehouses. I'll go ahead and create a new transit warehouse. I'll call it 11T. And give it a description. It's important that you link your transit warehouse to the correct site. Next, you'll need to select the type. It's important that when you create the transit warehouse, you select that it is of the type transit. You'll notice that when you select the transit option, the quarantine and transit warehouse fields become disabled. Now I can take this warehouse 11T and link it to the primary warehouse for warehouse 11. So I'll select the warehouse 11 from the list and then select 11T in the transit warehouse. Next, I'll show you how to create transit times. Transport times are used to determine the amount of time it takes to transfer something from one warehouse to another. Transport times are found in the Setup folder underneath Distribution and then Transport. This will open up a new screen where you can select the information. I'll need to select Warehouse 11 in the drop-down box, and then in the Type field I'll need to switch it to Warehouse. This will allow me to specify how long it takes to get from Warehouse 11 to another warehouse. So I'll select Warehouse 21, for example. Then, on the bottom half of the form, I'll need to create some new records. So I'll click the new icon, and in the shipping warehouse, I'll select 11. And in the receiving warehouse, I select Warehouse 21. In the Transport Days field, I'll select or type the number of days that it takes to get from Warehouse 11 to Warehouse 21. You can optionally add additional lines for each mode of delivery. For example, if it takes 2 days on most modes of delivery to get from Warehouse 11 to Warehouse 21, but in certain modes of delivery it only takes 1 day, I can select the special mode of delivery, such as air, and override the transport days to 1. If another mode of delivery is used, such as ocean, and this method takes longer, I can override the transport days to be higher. I would need to repeat this setup for each from and to warehouse that we ship items back and forth to. There's no need to set up duplicate records for the 21 as the shipping warehouse and 11 as the receiving warehouse, as AX is able to do a reverse calculation. The only time this would be needed is if it takes a different amount of time to ship something from 21 to Warehouse 11. Next, we'll start using the transfer orders form.